What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl. Alright, so starting off, this is the bit I'm gonna be using to drill off my acrylic powder. This is the fingernail clipper I'm gonna be using to cut down my nails, and this is the nipper I'm gonna be using to take the rhinestones off. This usually take a little time depending on how stuck your stones are. I actually use nail glue. That works better for me. I feel like it's still a little bit longer. Some people use the gel glue that you have to put under the UV light, and that could probably work. It works actually make the process a little faster because you can just put and go, put and go, put and go, vice versa. The glue, sometimes it dries up faster before you can get the stones. But this is what works for me. This is how I do it. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to pop them off. Okay, y'all, so what I actually decided to do, I just decided to go ahead and cut the nail down just because it makes no sense to fight with the nail to take the rhinestones off when I'm not even going to be using the long part of the nail anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the nail down and then take off the remainder of the stones that's on the nail and then prepare my nail to soak. Okay, y'all, so now that I have my nails all cut down, some of them are partially off, I'm just going to go in with my Kiara Sky drill. I'm going to use that same bit that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, and I'm just going to go ahead and file that top shiny coat off. That's way I can go ahead and prepare myself to soak. I'm going to set my drill at 9. That bit will actually take all of the acrylic off, but I don't need to take all of that off. Because I'm going to soak them, so I'm just going to aim to take that shiny coat off. Okay, so what this little button does, it just reverses the rotation so that I can go in and work on my right hand with my left hand. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and get my cotton balls. What I actually like to do is I like to go ahead and separate them, just because the cotton ball is so big and it's gonna take up so much more of my nail. So I like to separate them, and then I can work with more cotton using less. So go ahead and soak my cotton balls, and then I got some little clips that I'm gonna put them in, and I'm gonna leave them there for a little bit and let them soak. Okay, so now that I let them soak for a little bit, I'm gonna go in and take the cotton off, and then go ahead and drill off what's soft. I'm actually gonna have to go and let them soak again, just because the acetone did not seep all the way through. So I'm gonna have to go in a second time and let them soak, but I'm gonna go ahead and drill off what I can drill off right now. Yeah, so second time again, I'm going in again, me and all my friends. Yeah, second time again, I'm using the same bit, drilling it off again. This is my second time, yeah, going in another round, yeah. Y'all, ain't no rapper, but don't push me. This is my second time going in with a drill. I actually had to go in the third time because the second time it got majority of it out, but it didn't get all of it out. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go in again. But yeah, my second time. I let it soak for about 8 minutes. So look, I just put this joint off right here because I ain't about to play. I ain't got all day. Okay, I ain't got all day. So I'm going in again. Second time again. Going in with all my friends. I ain't no rapper, but don't push me. Period. Alright, so this is my last time going in with the cotton. I'm gonna go ahead and rip some little pieces up again. Go ahead and get it wet with the acetone and go ahead and put it back on my fingers. Let them soak again. This is gonna be the last time. You can avoid doing it this many times if you just let it sit and soak longer. I mean, the longer it soaks, the longer the acrylic will soften up. So you can avoid doing it over and over and over, but sometimes you do. But the longer you let it sit, the more the acetone will dissolve. So yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit and let it do its thing a little bit more. Okay, now that I've let it sit, I'm gonna go in again with my drill. I'm actually a little more light-handed now that I'm working on more of my own natural nails. I'm not going as hard because this bit that I'm using is used to take off bigger chunks of product, and you don't want to like do that on your natural nail because then you can damage your nail plate and it could hurt. So you don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of this product off. Remember, don't go as hard once you're working on more of your natural nail. And once I take all of this off, I'm going to go ahead and prep my nail and prep it for a new set. Okay guys, so right here, instead of me using my electric file, I just went ahead and used my hand file, just because I've already used my electric file, and so now my nail plates are actually really thin. So instead of me using the electric file and taking more of my natural nail off, I just went ahead and used my hand file, and that's why I can control more of what comes off. And it's not so harsh on my nail. But yeah, so right now I'm just still prepping my nail for the new set. Okay guys, I'm actually going to go back in with my Kiara Sky drill, and I'm going to get my sandpaper bit. I don't really know the name of it, that's just what I call it. But I'm going to get that bit, and I'm going to take it and go around the cuticle areas, and I'm going to push back that cuticle area and take off any dead or extra skin that may be around. And what this is going to do is it's just going to give my nail a more cleaner look once the nail is done. As you guys can see, I am actually using my thumb as my support finger to hold down the side of my finger where the extra meat is, so that I can get a more cleaner outcome around the edges of my nail plate. And that's just what I'm showing you. So I'm using my finger. Your support finger is really important, and also my ring finger is also supporting my hand, making sure that I am steady while I'm going around my cuticle areas. So don't be afraid to use your support finger, guys. That's what's going to keep your hand very steady and help you to have a more cleaner outcome. Alright, I'm just going to put a little alcohol on my cotton ball, and I'm going to just clean my nippers so that I can go around my cuticles and go ahead and cut off the excess skin that I did not get with my sandpaper bit. And just go ahead and clean that up, make it look real nice and neat, so that when I put these nails on, it's going to look really nice. I ain't going to have like little extra flyaways going on. So I'm just cleaning up my cuticle area with my nipper. Okay, what I'm actually doing now is preparing for the application. I'm going to apply this nude acrylic to my nail. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting kind of set up. Okay, so as you guys can see, I am using my no lift primer. This primer is actually good. It stinks really bad, but I've had it now for about 7 months, and it has worked really good. I have had no lifting or anything with that. Now I think I got it off Amazon. I'll put the link below. Okay, this is the nude color that I'm going to apply to my nails. Before I start, I like to get the end of my brush and kind of like mix it up just so everything will be more smooth. I'm not having little chunks in there. And then that's why I have a more smoother application once I start applying it. And I want to go ahead and let y'all know some of my fingers are going to be missing out. Like, I'm going to go through all of my fingers, but it's not going to be every finger you're going to see, just because on certain parts I had my hand too close to the camera, so certain parts was only showing like my finger and not my actual fingernail. So I just kind of like cut those out, and the ones that you can see, I just went ahead and put those in the video, so that's why the fingers are skipped around. So I'm going to make a little free edge, as you can see where it's a little free edge on this nail, to where I'm actually using the acrylic, pulling it out so it'll look more like a nail instead of actually using it like a tip. So I just kind of like apply the acrylic and wait till it get a little hard, and then pull it down past my actual nail, just so that it will leave a little free edge and make a little nail on my nail. Okay guys, as you can see, I am now using my left hand to do my right hand. A little bit about the story behind my left hand, because people always ask me like, how do you get to where you can use your left hand? I can do my right hand, but I can't do my left hand. So I think it's just me. When I was little, I always wanted to write with my left hand, and that's what I did when I was little. So I think the practice that I had learning how to use my left hand when I was little actually gave me the ability to be able to use my left hand now. But as you can see, still slow and steady strokes. I still be very careful, and sometimes I still have to go a little slower than I would usually do with my right hand, because I'm still using my left hand. The good thing is that you can go back and clean up. You just have to go back and clean up fast before the acrylic dries. But I would just say, y'all get that practice in. Write with your left hand. Just start using your left hand, and then soon you'll be able to, you know, use it really well. But yeah, that's the story behind me and my left hand. Okay, right here I just went back in with my acrylic, just because my edge of my nail was not straight. So I just went back in and filled it in. So whenever I start filing, I have a straight nail, not really a crooked nail. You can actually take this same step and apply it if you have like little dips in, little dips and stuff in your nail after you finish applying your acrylic the first time. Just go back in, get a little bit more acrylic, go back in, fill it in, and then once it's done, you can start your filing process, which that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna go ahead and start off and file my sides in, file my nails in so it won't be wide. I actually don't like a wide nail, so I always go in a little more than what I usually do. But now I'm just going to file down the size of my nails. This is a thin layer, so I just go ahead and use my hand file. Go ahead and file the top of that, get it smooth, and I just repeat that step with all of my nails. Okay guys, I'm actually going back in with my Kara Sky drill. This bit right here is only going to take off a little bit. It's not supposed to take off that much. It's take off less than the sandpaper, but I just use this bit to go in, clean up around my cuticle area. I also take it on my nail plate to give it that smoothness from whatever my hand file didn't get. I also get it and take it up under my nail, just in case if I dropped, any acrylic fell up under there, or, just to smooth it out so it won't be so thick under there. But yeah, that's what I do. Just smooth it out with that little bit. Okay, so this is the foil that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the little black butterflies. So right now I'm just cutting out the butterflies that I'm going to use. This is my foil transfer. So I apply that first, put that in the UV light for about 15 seconds, let it get sticky, and then I just apply my foil up there. I'm only going to do it on 2 nails. Well, 2 on each hand. But I put that in the UV light for a little bit, and then once I got it, I went ahead and top coated all my other ones so I don't have to be back and forth in the UV light. And then put it in there for about 30 seconds. Oh, I said 15. All right, now I'm adding my foils. Rub it on, rub it on, rub it on. Some people use the little plastic thing. But I just rubbed it with my hands. You gotta rub it for a little bit. I rubbed this for a good little minute before I actually started peeling them off. All right, that's my first one. That's my second one. Ooh, looks so pretty. Cutting them up again. I actually had to redo one of them. I'm just gonna repeat the same process. But I had to redo one of them because the foil didn't stick. And then I just, when I did it like that, I just stripped it off and just put the foil transfer where I was going to apply my sticker, and then applied it, put it in the UV light, and you know what I'm saying, let it do its thing. This right here is where I had to strip it off, and I just applied it again a little bit. I'm just going to put it back in the UV light, put my foil back up there again, and we're going to see what it's giving. Kind of did a good little bit because I feel like the less you do, it's not going to stick as much. But put it back in there, rub it, stick it, slap it, rub it down, stick it, slap it, rub it down. Ooh, see, that one came out so much better. Okay, girl, put my top coat on it, and bam! That's beautiful. Woo! All right, y'all, here we go to these little toes, baby. Cause listen, I ain't had my toes did in about a whole month, okay? So that's why your girl was looking a little crazy, okay? But what I'm doing, I'm just gonna file them all down, make them all straight and even. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that. Go ahead and do that to both feet, cause both feet, Need its attention. Look at that toenail. God, that thing was hurting me so bad in my shoes. Ugh. I said, I gotta do something like this. I gotta do something like this. So, filing them down again. I actually had an acrylic on my toes. And by me just being busy, I just ain't had the time, okay? But filing them down. Getting them all right. Then I'm just going to get that file, go on the top of my toes. Go ahead and make it smooth. My last set was actually really, really cute. I had a friend that did them, and they were really, really, really cute. And that's why I left them on for so long, because they lasted for a long time. But baby, when them toenails started growing, ooh, get time to switch it up. So still follow the top of them, making them smooth. You know what I'm saying? Going in with my no lift primer. This primer is so good. It just stinks really bad, but it's really, really good. You ain't gonna have no lifts, none of that. And I've been using it for a while. All right, same acrylic that I have on my nails. I'm just gonna go in on my toes, and I'm gonna actually use the same technique because this toe right here is broken off. My nail is broken off, and then so is the one beside, like the little middle toe. That one is also small, so I'm gonna have to do that on the ones that's really small. But it's just the same steps. You want to wait until it gets a little dry before you kind of like pull it out, but still put a nice size bead up there and just kind of like pat it down, clean it up while you're waiting for it to dry. Then once it's dry, I just like that, take the belly of my brush and just start pressing down to flatten it out. And once you start pressing down and flattening out, it's just gonna move down to the edge of the nail, creating you that little nail. Make sure you clean up while it's dry. Don't wait till it get clean it before it gets dry. I'm sorry. Don't wait till it gets dry, because then you're gonna have to do a whole lot of filing, and you're gonna have to do a whole lot of filing. This is my first video, as you can tell, but look at that, already coming together. So I'm just gonna do this to all of my toes. As you can see, I don't really have to do too much to this toenail because it already has a little length on it. So I'm really gonna only put a little extra on the toes that don't have length. But the ones that has length, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little acrylic, give it that hardness and color, keep it moving. Okay, so right here, I went back over this toe. My other toe was a little longer and I liked that toe better. So I just went back and added a little bit more length just by adding a little bit more acrylic to the middle of my toe and smoothing it out, but more so bringing it downward to make that length at the bottom. And I'm just kind of like going over all the other little small toes while my big toe dry. I know you can see that little hump in the middle of my big toe, but I will get that once I go back through with my file. I just got to make sure it's dry. And as you can see, there is a little acrylic underneath my toe, but I will go back in with my drill and clean all of that up. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna go back in with my KR Sky drill one more time. I'm gonna go ahead and touch up around the cuticle area and then right on top of the nail plate to smoothen it down, make it a little more flat so it won't be so thick. And I'm also gonna take my drill and go up under the nail, smooth anything out that went under the nail, and just smooth it out. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Okay, there was like a little extra piece under my toenail that was stuck. It dried and it was a little too thick for me to kind of like get. So I just kind of like left it there. I kept picking at it, but I couldn't get it. And it was kind of like too far back for my drill to get it completely out, so I just left it. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm just going to go in with a little alcohol wipe. I'm just going to wipe off any excess dust from me filing. That's where whenever I get ready to polish, there won't be any little crumbs or any little dust that's showing up through the gel polish. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm just going to go in with my top coat on my little small toes. And then for both of my big toes, I'm going to go in with the foil transfer. And I'm going to go ahead and put the butterflies on that. And make it a matching set, honey. And you could actually see where I was peeling it off, but it still wasn't, it was still stuck to the plastic. So I just put it back down and rubbed it again, and then it stuck on the nail. Okay, y'all, I didn't really have a closeout video, but this is the end result. Really cute. Love the nude, love the butterflies, love the bling. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, y'all, for watching. I did that. Turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified when I drop another banger. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel. Love y'all. Peace.